Hello guys, how are you? I hope kila mtu ako poa. This is E.N.MACHARIA, your accountant. I'm very humbled to be here once again. I hope kila mtu amejienjoy, amekuwa na festive season mzuri, and we thank God for that. So we are proceeding from where we left in our last lesson, and that is on eTIMS. So I've seen KRA have issued a public notice or a circular concerning eTIMS, and it's very good for you to be notified that at least they have extended the days, at least they have changed the date or the month or the deadline of being onboarded for non-VAT registered taxpayers on eTIMS. So I'm here because of that, because this process is still on. Hawajaitoa, so it's just the wame extend the period. Kwa hivyo it's necessary for you to be onboarded on eTIMS. So as always, have a notebook, have a pen. Naweza kuwa leo si huko ama kesho, and you need to just clarify some things on what we've said, so it's good for you to take some notes. So have your notebook and a pen. We continue with our lesson. So our topic is mandatory onboarding on non-VAT taxpayers on eTIMS. Mandatory onboarding of non-VAT taxpayers on eTIMS. So what is this eTIMS? I think I introduced last time, and I said eTIMS is an electronic tax invoice management system that KRA has introduced for smooth and efficient correction of taxes. So eTIMS is a new version of TIMS. So I hope a lot of people are VAT taxpayers. So a lot of them have been onboarded on TIMS, and the TIMS machines are still valid until further notice. So if you are using a TIMS machine for VAT taxpayers, on your side you are very much sorted. So for now you don't need to worry, because for TIMS machines, they are generating the required invoices. But remember, if the machine is not transmitting the data, you need to transmit the data to the KRA so that they can verify the invoices generated by the system. So as I was saying, eTIMS is a new version of TIMS that offers a convenient technology solution to help taxpayers meet their compliance requirements through a software solution. So it's a new electronic feature. So it's more modern than the TIMS machine. So it's not just a machine, but inatumia network, inatumia internet, so to transmit the data it's very, very fast. So KRA seeks to introduce the usage of online and virtual sales control unit. So KRA seeks to introduce the use of online virtual sales control unit. So they'll have both online and virtual. They are capable of handling a richer data set than the traditional electronic tax register system. So this one is more modified than the traditional. So it's very efficient, very effective, very easy to use. So kindly be onboarded. Eligibility. Who are those people who are required to be onboarded on eTIMS? So hapa tumesema it's for non-VAT registered taxpayers. Kwa nini tunasema hivyo? For the VAT taxpayers, they were already onboarded on eTIMS, but if you are not onboarded on eTIMS and you are a VAT taxpayer, kindly be onboarded on eTIMS. It's not necessary for you to buy the gadget, that is the eTIMS machine. You can be onboarded on eTIMS, which is also very convenient. So usidanganywe ati lazima ukuwe na ETR machine. No. If you are onboarded on eTIMS and you are generating your invoices from eTIMS, then those invoices are valid, are legit. So usikuwe una generate invoices from eTIMS and at the same time unataka ama kuna mtu anakuuliza umpe ETR receipt. The invoice is complete with the ETR machine or with the ETR receipts. So huhitajiki ku print an ETR receipt when you have generated the invoice from the ETR machine. So for VAT taxpayers when you hawajakuwa onboarded for ETR machine, just onboard on eTIMS and you will be in a very good position to continue with your business. So who are eligible for this onboarding? It's all taxpayers doing businesses. All taxpayers doing businesses are required to onboard eTIMS. So regardless wewe ni VAT, ni tax gani. So these provisions include taxpayers not registered for VAT but are registered for turnover tax, monthly rental income tax, partnership, corporate tax, and individual income tax, including non-resident with a permanent resident in Kenya. So all taxes or all taxpayers, they must be onboarded on this eTIMS software. Why am I saying so? So if at the end of the year you want your expenses to be allowable expenses or deductible expenses, they must be generated from the eTIMS. Otherwise, they would be deductible as KRA has directed. So, eTIMS, during the onboarding period, as of January 1st, 2024, any business expenses not supported by a valid electronic tax invoices will not be tax deductible according to KRA. So, kama utakuwa na handwritten invoices, that is expenses, handwritten invoices or system generated expenses that are not generated by the eTIMS, those expenses will not be deductible. So, once onboarded, businesses will be required to capture any manual generated invoices and receipts issued after January 1st, retroactively in the system. So, kama kuna manuals, zile invoices manuals, you'll have to key in the system so that the KRA can verify the invoices are valid or not. So, as I had said earlier, there is a circular KRA have issued to the public, and I think I have the circular with me. So I'll just read for you. To understand what they have changed or introduced. So the circular reads: public notice, electronic tax invoicing for non-VAT registered persons. So hapa watu wa VAT, as we've said, haiwahusu kwa sababu to them they are already onboarded, not unless you are a newly VAT registered taxpayer. So it reads: Kenya Revenue Authority wishes to notify the public that all persons carrying on businesses, including those who are not registered for VAT, are required to electronically generate and transmit their invoices to KRA via the electronic tax invoice management system, that is eTIMS, from 1st September 2023, that is due to VAT taxpayers, with effect from 1st January 2024, and any business expenditure not supported by a valid electronic tax invoice shall not be deductible for income tax purposes. So venye nimesema hapo, if the invoices are handwritten, generated from our general systems, they would be allowed for deduction for the income tax at the end of the financial year. So, to facilitate business continuity and allow for sufficient time for taxpayers to make adjustments in their systems and business operations, KRA wishes to notify non-VAT registered taxpayers that onboarding to the eTIMS platform will be available up to 31st March 2024. So the deadline is now 31st March 2024, and during the onboarding period, penalties provided in law for failure to issue electronic tax invoice will not be imposed on the non-VAT registered taxpayers. So penalties zina exclude only the non-VAT taxpayers. So for the VAT taxpayers, time yenu already ni kama ime expire. So kama hujakuwa onboarded, remember, penalties zita accrue. So once onboarded, the taxpayer will be required to progressively capture manual generated invoices or receipts issued after 1st January 2024 up to the date of onboarding on the KRA system. So ukiwa onboarded from 1st January 2024 up to the date of onboarding, na isipite 31st March 2024. So in between, kama utakuwa umegenerate invoices from other sources, utazikim manually in the KRA system or in the eTIMS system, then they can be verified by the KRA. So KRA is committed to continue supporting and facilitating all taxpayers to comply with the requirements of the law by conducting comprehensive stakeholder engagements, awareness campaigns, taxpayers education, and availing varied solutions, including simplified solutions that cater for the various taxpayers segments. So for further information, please contact KRA. So be advised, you need to be onboarded on eTIMS as fast as possible before the deadline, so that usilipe income tax kubwa kwa sababu ya your expenses were not allowed. And for the VAT, continue using the eTIMS machine, and if not onboarded on eTIMS machine, be onboarded on eTIMS rather than eTIMS machine. So I hope that you will purpose ndio usikuwe na shida, sababu taxman akikuvisit hutapenda. So it's better to do the things the way they should be on the safer side, be onboarded. If it's your suppliers, if it's people who you do business with, kindly inform them that any invoice they issue to you, they make sure that they have generated the invoice from the eTIMS. And those include those people who are offering zero-rated tax invoices. So lazima hiyo invoice ya zero-rated ikuwe generated from the eTIMS. So mtu asikuje kuambie, you know, mimi my supplies or goods or services are zero-rated, so I'll give you a manual invoice. Usiagree. Let them produce and provide valid invoices from the eTIMS machine or software. So any invoice, and I repeat, any invoice that you receive from, be it your suppliers, be it your service providers, kindly make sure that it's generated from the eTIMS. Make sure it's produced from the eTIMS. So, thank you very much. Thank you for those who've subscribed for me. Go on subscribing, go on supporting me. Kindly ukipata hii video, kindly share to as many people as possible. Kwa sababu as you share to as many people as possible, you are helping another person and also making sure that we are on the right track. So subscribe, kindly. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share, to follow me on all my social media handles. CPA E.N.MACHARIA, and I'll be very, very grateful. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.